All right, let's talk about something that happens at that tricky intersection between our own private lives and our relationships. It's a question a lot of us have, but we don't always say it out loud.
And there it is, the big question at the heart of all this. Whether this thought has crossed your mind personally, or you're just curious about how these things work, it's a totally fair thing to wonder. And the good news? There's a pretty clear answer.
So the short answer, it's yes. Just a simple, clear yes. It's absolutely normal. Let's just let that sink in for a second. If this is you, you are so far from being alone in this.
Yeah, for a huge number of people, this is a totally normal, even healthy part of their life. But look, just knowing that it's normal is one thing. The real key is understanding why. And to do that, we kind of have to completely reframe how we think about these two things.
And here it is, the most important shift in perspective we can make. We have to stop thinking of masturbation and partnered sex as competitors. Seriously, they aren't fighting for the same spot in your life. They actually serve two completely different purposes.
Okay, so this breaks it down perfectly. Think about masturbation as, well, personal maintenance. Its job is usually pretty straightforward, right? Physical release, a way to de-stress, maybe just exploring your own body. And what does it require? Not much. It's quick, it's private, it's totally on your own schedule. Partnered sex, on the other hand, is all about shared connection. Its entire reason for being is about intimacy and bonding with another person. And that takes a whole different level of effort. You've got to sync up your timing, you have to talk about what you both want, you both need to be in the right headspace to really connect.
And that's exactly why comparing how often they happen is like comparing apples and oranges. It just doesn't make sense. One is designed for convenience, the other is designed for connection. So of course one is going to happen more easily and more often. The number itself, the frequency, is just not a sign of a problem.
But that doesn't mean we just ignore it completely. While how often it happens isn't the issue, there are certain times when it is worth taking a closer look. The real questions you need to ask are about its function in your life and the impact it's having on your relationship. So instead of counting, we need to look at the why behind it. Ask yourself, first, is it being used to replace an intimate connection that you actually want with your partner? Is it putting up a wall? Second, is it causing secrecy or feelings of guilt that are leading to fights or tension? And third, has it become compulsive? Something that's actually getting in the way of your daily life. These are the real red flags to watch out for, not the act itself.
Okay, so what if you went through that little checklist and none of those red flags really ring true for you? Then the path forward is all about adopting a healthier perspective. It's about a mental reframe that puts everything in its proper place.
And this quote right here, it just nails it. It's the core takeaway. Masturbation is personal maintenance. Partnered sex is shared connection. I mean, think about it. One is like going to the gym for your own health and well-being. The other is like going on a date to nurture the relationship. Both are good for you.
See, they're not in competition, they're not enemies. A healthy, vibrant sex life has plenty of room for both. They can, and for most people, they do coexist and beautifully, because one isn't taking anything away from the other. They're just meeting different needs.
So what if you do feel like there's an issue? What if there's a mismatch in desire, or you're just feeling a sense of disconnect in your relationship? Well, the solution probably isn't what you think it is.
The answer is not to focus on stopping an activity. Trying to forbid something like this, it rarely ever works, and honestly, it usually just creates more resentment and tension. The real work, the productive solution, is to shift your entire focus to starting a conversation.
And what does that conversation actually sound like? Well, it's about being vulnerable. It's about being honest about your needs, what you expect from intimacy, and what you truly desire from your connection with your partner. That's where the real magic happens. It stops being about one person's habits and starts being about the shared space between the two of you.
So we'll end on this. This was never just a question about masturbation, was it? It's really a question about connection. So take a moment and turn that question inward. What conversation about intimacy, about your needs, or about your desires do you need to have to feel more connected and understood in your relationship? That right there is the real takeaway.